Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So as promised, here is the Pixel 3a XL versus the Redmi Note 7. So I'm just going to do video footage for both of these and show you the portrait, how it comes out. And then, we'll kind of discuss it after the fact. But let's get into the routine. Alright guys, here's the Redmi Note 7 versus the Pixel 3a. Once again, you see that the Pixel 3a has a smaller field of view.
Who said I can't, huh? Me.
You can see how the colors are being reproduced on both. Yes, I cleaned the camera lens. People like to ask that. It's actually a pretty good sample here. You can see the Pixel has less view like most of the other cameras. The crop on the 60 frames per second is a lot closer up. Nice day out. Let's take a look at the front. All right, here's just a brief snippet of the front. You can kind of see what you're getting with both these devices. Looks like the Redmi Note is kind of blowing out the back. Look how the exposure is behind me. And the Pixel is kind of trying to maintain it. It's really bright outside. Now here we are in artificial lighting with both devices. I gotta say, something about the front camera on the Pixel's devices, they all have like this brown hue to them. But my curtains are actually pretty much the color of the curtains in this, where it shows on the Pixel. But I'm almost favorable to the Redmi Note for some reason. It doesn't have that brown hue. Can you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, this is artificial lighting. All right, guys, so welcome back. What did you think? What do you think? Do you think the Google Pixel XL3 3a XL slaughtered the Redmi Note 7? Or did the Redmi Note 7 do better than you thought it was going to do? So first, let's take a look at the portrait. Let's discuss the portrait shots here. Now that you've seen the video, I personally feel like the portrait shots on Google devices, it's just second to none. And while the Redmi Note 7 has fantastic cameras and takes pretty decent portraits, Google has mastered it. And I've said this nearly in every video that I've put up with this phone going against another phone. I just feel, and that was the front camera. Both cameras do portrait on the front. I mean, these are some pretty advanced cameras. And I can also show you portraits on the rear as well. And I think that's a closer matchup. So let's take a look at that real fast. And you see the problem with the Google Pixel, if you're doing a portrait on the rear, you're gonna have to have somebody else take that portrait, because you can see I have my arm fully extended and you can see the difference in the crop. But nonetheless, I think that it's a little bit closer matchup with the rear portrait photos. While the Google Pixel has the better bokeh effect, it appears, in that sample, that's probably only because I couldn't get it farther enough away to do it. But I could take a closer shot on the Redmi Note 7. But I still think the Pixel, it's really solid, hands down. Still shots, Google wins. Applause, like straight up. Google wins the still shot game, hands down. But I'm more of a video person. Only still shots I take are portraits. But I'm definitely more of a video person. And if I were going to use one of these for YouTube, I think I probably would use either one of these. But I think the Redmi Note 7 does really good in this setting right here. Outside is questionable, for the Redmi Note 7 when compared to the Pixel. The Pixel appears to do it a little bit more natural. And I just feel like the Pixel, the 3a in particular, doesn't it seem like Google did a better job with the 3a than the 3? Just throwing it out there. It seems like they paid more attention to this phone than they did the 3. But nonetheless, I give this win to the Pixel 3a once again. There's just not a lot of phones out there that are touching it. Even now with video video, the microphone, that's what I'm saying, like Google, it's like they learned a lesson with the first Pixel. and then they got it right the second time. But you know, well, when I was in the military, they said our motto was do it right the first time. So Google, you did a great job with this phone. The Redmi Note 7 is no slouch and it has fantastic cameras. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think about the footage? Talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care.